Irima kwala cheche, hacheche le murau. Uya runa bapilu tata kopi.
Cut the long story short, Kajenu, when Seppo invited me to participate in this conversation, I think it also came after, I got almost so angry that I almost lost my cool, which I hope everyone can forgive me when I see how artists have always been disrespected. We have never actually been taken seriously. And this dates back many, many years. This dates back during apartheid. Now, I can say with some of you, Mshomu, you were already born, but those who were not, I have a little short story to tell you. During apartheid, as an artist, we were called vagrants by Maburu, the apartheid regime. They used to call us vagrants. And we found ourselves in a space where in a hake tora le band lo performer somewhere see you after midnight. There's roadblocks. And then suddenly they stop us and we are in this kumbi. It used to be called half kumbi. The coaster is to call it. And the instruments, but stop Maburu, by the roadblocks. Now, Runabadulango Soweto, the roadblocks are nearly somewhere, come on, New Canada. Neseretse ba o hla under the bridge, come on, New Canada, Bona Kamabon or Kibao. And they would let us but stop it because it's after midnight, curfew, or whatever, Nebaibita, Retwagairona, Kanakweu. So, and now that's where the whole thing of the arts, the creative sector has never been respected, ever. I'm still trying to find where hunali respect and Jew being, Balifet Jew Yahori, Ona Wense Hanke, but Nebaria Misa, and then Barkupeuri, Maburu then. This was during apartheid. Baria Mise, Bari Vakom Yela. Yeah, we're coming from performing now. Akibui Afrikaans. Ballet Gospolo. Ibua Totita. So Bari Miss Babata Buasmur, Nakonu Arabasmur. Ki Araba Katotita. And then Ban Rake Kasbur Sabon. But then Bari now show us in English, show us what you were doing. Now, something the trumpet player or somebody, I think it was Banira Chabani, have to take out his instrument and start blowing it. Come on, you can't connect the instrument. They are just showing us we mean nothing. We are artists. We are vagrants as far as they are concerned. Now we come to our democracy. And what happened a couple of weeks ago, you all know, it was all over the media when our minister, Naledi Pando, made a statement that really freaked me out. It really did. It freaked me out. And then I went back to saying, whoa, yema le base namhlanje, yema le base. Base ya ema kajenu because why retelwa so and we are treated as if we are a nuisance, like we are like extra baggage. When she said what she said. And again, I still repeat that she has not apologized because that apology was not by her. It was by her office, which was very, no. But coming back from that, this is not what we're going to, I don't know, Buaka Meo Kajenu, Kana Lady Pando, Ka minister, we call her minister. I keep to Buaka because we buil and she cannot reverse it. Like a lake, I can't reverse. We have never been respected. I happen to have a friend, this friend is an advocate. I never came to for respect. Why the artists tsa rona re sa nkiwe serious. You know, hona le dintonyana tse so kopaneng hantle ezingakadibani kahle ezethu zama-artists in far as our government, democratic government is concerned. Re bonahala haholo ha ona le xa kunama-events amakhulu, you know, suddenly yes, all over the place. Mawe phela lama-event, we are back to struggling. And we are now I don't want to be misinterpreted here by making some people think I'm saying whoever has been Minister of Arts and Culture should not be minister. We should take over. No, please don't misinterpret. I strongly believe artists must be leading in that department. Whether, you know, they like it or not, it's got to happen. Tsepo has already said earlier when he was making his introduction that Minister of Health, most of the time since our democracy, has been a doctor. Now, I'm going to tell you a little story that happened in the early 90s when Madiba came into power. Now, I'm taking you back. When in the 80s, I see we've got Lindsay, who probably will support me in this. In the 80s, late 80s, we formed an organization called SAMA, South African Musicians Alliance. And that organization was formed because Hunonale Matata, you know, the artists in in compromising situations, whereby Babang, I'm sure Liabala Pampiring, by inviting to go and perform a song, airing apartheid is nice. I got that invitation, but and having a very sharp manager, Linda Bernard, the daughter of Ian Bernard, who used to run Doke House. Linda sent me a telegram. Mara, please come to the office urgent. Now, ability cell phones then. So I'm in manager, they would send you a telegram. So ban tumeleli telegram accommodator but tumeli telegram manager wami wathi ngicela ufike office urgently. Xa nifike office kaLinda Bernard wathi ke Mara mamela kukhona into so that is happening, which you probably will be invited, because they are inviting all kinds of top artists at the time to come and participate in this song. And now this song, this whole thing is dangerous. So don't accept that call. And I know you've probably got 25 rands in your bank account right now, but don't accept that call. It's dangerous now. And fortunately, by the time that call came, I already knew the details and what was going on. And that song was what they called the info song. And some of our artists, Baba Basaf Fumanang, Bali manager, Eling Mushali, to advise them. They by Kena, Hologosho, by Kena Mo, by Lobina Pina Pina ya teng ingotse ke Bamburu ao, we are all united, humanity. And at that time, most of our brothers and sisters, nebaliko exile, hulwaniswa apartheid. Now, the artists, they were compromised. Cut long story short, Babang Bachisetswa Dintlu. I don't know if you know that history. Please stop me, Tsepo, if you want me to elaborate on that and to say people who were affected. There was a few artists who were affected during that situation. Steve Kekane, the late Steve Kekane, now may his soul rest in peace. Os Abi, Blondie Machene. There's quite a few artists who were not advised and who released more. But anyway, after by binne pinaeo, la vugu jame kasi, babang balashelwa di bomb kontlung tsa bona. Koha Steve balashetsi bomb, and apparently from somebody will hlokahala. Anali ka mo hare, but Steve apparently unali siko ka mo wa modimo, Steve was saved. So after that whole incident happened, yeah, the info song, the artist performing more. I got a phone call, Kabitwa, to a meeting. It was in the mid-80s. Kabitwa to a meeting to form SAMA, South African Musicians Alliance. Now the people bam memileng inele people from the UDF, United Democratic Front, in Ranwakibo Allen Pusak, Bontate Tutu, Libo Mang, Labatse. Pizza, and I joined that meeting. It was held in a hotel in Joburg near Park Station. Hotels, all artists, all kinds of artists came in. We need to form an organization so that we can now be able to advise and protect the artists when such situations happen, where ubone ubitwa hutu uto bina pina hantu ubina pina supportang apartheid. Usatsibi wena onanore. Pina thing, it was supposed to be very similar to the American, we are the world, we are the children, whatever. So it was supposed to be that kind of a song, but this one, I can't see when Zangeki accepted the invitation. But so we formed this organization, SAMA, and then Wavotiwa. How Votiwa? Then I got voted to be the president of SAMA, South African Musicians Alliance. And then Johnny Clegg was voted deputy president. Conry Zikubu became second deputy president. And then we had a committee, a huge committee. There's a huge committee. Babangata, Jabu Ngwenya, the Mita told Jabu was there. But a whole lot of people, Bambizo Abonamat Amangat, I can't mention all of them. Charles Mabaso was there. And we held this committee. Then we had this summer. And now our job was to, look out and also see if we can help artists not find themselves in situations. But that time, I think, unonale matata mangata, the artists saying azange dirate after that whole meeting. Unal the artists that fell through the Ababatu participator, because we all have belonged to certain political homes. And I keep it's leaning towards this political organization, and Bona they belong to this political. Now my hope and wish was, I wish we could have an organization like Ekibuang Huyona Honajwan, sing aligned to any political organization, because in Toe it's a hurry. I never kopane. I think the artists tshwantse re thute hore la o le boima in your private space o ka ba mo batlang, but ha re kopane re be sibe yimbumba sibe kanje, so that kungabikho omnye othi lento siyenza ngoba eyale political party or eyale. Now coming back to what we are going to be discussing today. When I was invited, when Madiba came out, I got invited to go and perform at Wembley Stadium. At the very first concert, that's the one after the first one where it was his birthday, but he was still in prison. The second one was when he came out in 1990, 1991. Not going to details, but I got invited, and there was a big band put together because there was going to be a big concert at Wembley Stadium, where artists from around the world are now going to sing in front of Madiba. Babang Babine for his birthday when he was still in prison. So I happened to fumana munyetla or ke memory Horilina, I must come and perform, and Kimo South Africa. So from South Africa, bam hutsamile nali kaya mahlangu. So that Kaya Atoba Pala Totsa Duming Katzon. And in London, a big band was formed, conducted and put together by Abud Kaifas Siminya. So the artists of South Africa singers was myself, Louw Slater, and Kaifas, and the big band, Bokaya Mahlangu, Dennis Mpale, Tutu Pukwan. Beautiful. It was magical. Anyway, cut long story short. After that, that's the first time when we came back to South Africa, 93, Kamengo happened to travel Jwale Litata Madiba. And that engagement, that appointment and invitation, it via Lenswi, my big brother, my young brother, my brother from another mother, and introduced her to the Scottish anti-apartheid movement, Brian Filling. Bamema, who kilo performer when Madiba is receiving the freedom of Britain. This was 1993. I went on that tour, Le Madiba. It was the most successful, huge attendance around the UK. Yeah. Anyway, cut long story short, when we came back, I got a call, a telegram, no, a phone call this time. Necessarily cell phone, I got a message to go to Shell House. Shell House was that time, correct me if I'm wrong, those of you who know better, was some kind of headquarters offices, the ANC, Habatwa Edza. Shell House, somewhere go Nugget Street, Troy, or somewhere there. Kabito more for a meeting, but now I can't say I was not the only one called. It's just that by planning in such a way, Osmara Ufichekana Kuite, and Tuna Baba Fitle maybe before na and Babamba Fitla after na, but Harako Panamo Kaufel. Haki Fitla mo meeting a. I was told, I was asked that would I accept a nomination? That nomination for the nomination for Minister of Arts and Culture when Tata Madiba is going to be forming his cabinet. Oh, I'm not a politician, I'm an artist. Her former, so by nominate Tabatu, who are now Taba, who accept a nomination now. Not that's about Kheti. No. Who I accept a nomination when I aware. Now, I'm not a politician. I thought Sonziki go political school because Sonziki lo ituta, you know, I don't know. Ntotse ngata ke batho di bua mo case una le ba mametseng ba re ke bua hampe. So I thought about it. Ka botsa dipotso tse ke di botsang. And the reason ba memile, if you want to know, was maybe because taking from my journey, having been the president of SAMA, South African Musicians Alliance, and having dealt with a lot of situations, a lot of issues where we had to challenge the state. And I remember once doing a show at Cape Town, I got a letter under my door. We were doing Shell Road to Fame, where people winning Shell Road to Fame, Rebecca Malope, Ringo, I was a judge in Shell Road to Fame. And I got a letter under my door. After I refused it, some of our musicians must go and play with the Maburu National Orchestra. But Kariliskelayo perform mo babang bare ba utlwa so Maburu aban rumella a letter bare watch where you sleep tonight. So I had to be moved out of my hotel. So that was like a death threat of some sort. I don't know. I can't confirm. But holiday cut long story short. Then after this meeting, Shell House, now I felt if Kidumela this nomination, will I be still able to be a performing artist? To travel around the world and go and perform at stadiums, Jabulani Amphitheater, Wembley Stadium, wherever. And the answer I got was, it's going to be a little bit difficult, because it's not going to be fair as well for artists. Suddenly, Minister of Arts and Culture, Gamo, you're on stage performing with all the gigs. You know, it's like you're getting the gigs on the strength, on. So by explaining, but not in that way. Can now I decide or I politics, I don't know much about politics. I've always just been a singer and an actress, and I didn't get involved in. I know the struggle. Oh, more but to be a politician, with a straight face. No, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Like I don't know. And if I'm saying something, but you have to be able to lie with a straight face. And I never yet say, I mean, load shedding. All the good niceties, but yay, I want to say, but I must chia. Cut long story short, I turned down the offer for the nomination. And I know I was not the only one. I remember but I never know. I want to perform. Cut long story. Now let's fast forward. It's not that as an artist you can't be a leader and be a minister of arts and culture. You can. I mean, Malobamo, I was talking to Dr. Lance now. And when I was challenging those things, and Mara, we've had people like both Thomas Sankara. They became presidents or leaders of this movement and that movement in their countries. I remember Ndate Kaunda, for instance. He was a musician, he was a pianist, Kilega performer, go Lusaka. And Ndate Kaunda was a guest. In fact, I was supposed to go and perform for his private birthday dinner at the hotel, the Intercontinental Hotel. And Dade Kaunda was there. And he went on the piano and he started playing. So, one day I saw a picture of him playing with Miriam Makeba, my big sister. And suddenly he was there and he played. And we played one song and I sang. It was beautiful. So we've got a whole lot of people in our arts industry, in our sector, who could be leading this Department of Arts and Culture. Because at the moment, we are at the mercy of people who don't have the heart for into areas as the creatives. They don't have the heart. I mean, and without disrespecting the ones, when I turned down that nomination, sometimes I want to regret it because most of us kaufela in the arts by libona bahanne. And then, boom, may his soul rest in peace, Tate Pen Gubai. I'm sorry. From then on, it's been all the way, woo, jalo. Tola minister, o hukena out apume, una loy wane nkamu singlang out o ilenga leka, Tate Palo Joda. Babang, with due respect, omong never kimubise kalibiso ona kokote haka busiu are exe peladi o usa uketa reshuffle from this position yanu kimiso an for stand next from this sector, and he was going to be Minister of Arts and Culture. Now that's the challenge we are facing, ladies and gentlemen who are on this platform. That's the challenge we are facing. And I've got nothing against politicians. My problem is that back in this sector, batu bahutwing singamlahlela kuphi lo batlomlahlela kamo morona. Now unale abuti omo o itseng monna ha ke are bua ka this thing. I never ke mo bitse ka lebitso are honna yazi Mara, ukuthi in the problems that this government is trying to fix, the arts sector, you are not even on the radar. Now, I'll never forget that as long as I live. You are not even on the radar of the most urgent things that needs to be sorted out since our democracy. Now, for me, that was putting a stamp of why we are finding ourselves in a situation where a minister can go on in front of a video and say, blah, 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 sorry, arts, but you are not important. All we mean nothing. And guess what? We're going to mean something very soon. We're heading towards elections. Batrabe banka di artists not say who mean nothing, who are not even on the radar of things that tshwanetse di lokiswe. Now, ha ke bitse batho ka mabitso mare mo a leng wa tseba re ke bua ka yena hobane ke ena o buileng le nna jwalo ne ka tshoa pelo ya ka e batlile yena inhliziyo yami yacishe yema ukuthi asikho nakwi-radar yezinto ezibalulekileyo ofanele zilungiswe kule country. I-artist, you know, ngike ndaxabana kwi-event kukhona u-president before the current president, a hoster, president was one of these African countries. They menu to come and perform kule event. Mandifika the perform again. But before this performer, the MC ubokugcwele abantu abasebenza ku government. U-MC ngomnye wabantu abasebenza ku government. Uyandi-introduce akandibizi ngegama. Our entertainer is going to come on stage now and dinner is going to be served. That, whoa, dinner is not going to be served when I'm performing. You don't eat while I'm performing because I will never walk into your bedroom and eat while you are performing. Now, kwathula kwathi tu ngoba ndi straight njalo mina ndi straight njengerula. Abanye ngeke bathande lento endithethile but injalo. Kwathula kwathi tu ndathi ngicela ukuthi undibize ngegama ngoba uthe i-entertainer. What? Oh yes, our entertainer. That no, I'm not an entertainer. I'm an artist. My name is Mara Louw. I'm not entertainer. Ndinegama. And ndiyavuka ekuseni ndiyaphangela. I rehearse with my band. I prepare. This morning I had to prepare for the show. So soon be an entertainer. It's not entertainer. I didn't know pop, not dolly. Uzandi wind up. Entertainer. No, I am an artist. I'm a worker. And on top of that, I pay my tax. Even now you can go and check. I'm in good standing with the tax man. So soon busy entertainer and you know not dolly. And I know it was embarrassing for this person because, you know, entertainer. So I stopped that. So what's happening now is exactly what happened a month ago or so, when we were downgraded even worse. We don't need any more arts trainers and blah, blah, blah. That undi winded the wrong way, Loman. Undiwinded the wrong way. That but if you don't fix this thing, sifuna ndicela send him dala. You know, I turned 70. I'm gonna be 71 in 2 months' time. But and cook and you and si saga and cook and sis and you know, I give him coach. But the younger people who are around, you ladies and gentlemen, you need to start motivating. Ukuthi asiyekeni ukudependa kubantu abangena passion yalento esiyenzayo. Until we do that, our artists, even the next generation, bazawuphila lempilo. Le ngoku kuthiwa masowugugile, you know, you've passed your sell by date. Yeah. Past your sell by date, and that's sell by date with Rita Kabukten nini. Nangu Tina Tena Upupeo she was still hot on that stage. Tina Pekaya Gutai, so kukile Orbati, Funikube Neza Nwele or Nentontoni, Upliche, Ube yellow, Benton and Ting and dizzy nalap and dizzy. Now, cut long story short, and that's good in DP. You send their log and in the back on about to that I can see who could take this organization forward, who could take this idea of us, not again disrespecting the current Minister of Arts and Culture. And Mazi, I've never met him. And that's what the Quelimoto and the Guye and those introducer, I don't know. And Guy ends London, the Nenthoni Galo, and Funo Papa. Bonesend Gena send Puta handbag. The phone coming to me and the ends London and easy and the ends London. I think more than 50 plus years in the entertainment industry. And the thing in the ends London. Yeah, now I hope one day uza smema Tina guesses badala. athi nje ucela ukuthi sizophunga iti naye, I'll appreciate that. But ukuthi mina ndiyokokota emnyango wakhe andizi. Yeah, sengitshilo. Now I don't know if ndifuna ukunibuza imibuzo before ndiqhubeka, because like I said, Tsepo, if I start rattling, no, you please kindly say, oh, and then nibuze imibuzo ke sincokole siqhubeke phambili.